welcome Pastor Gray Norton from Countryside Assembly and his much better half, Michelle. Next, we have Susan McMillan from OCAC. Give her a hand. Susan, thank you for being here. Carol Poindexter, County Recorder. Thank you for being here, Carol. We have Debbie McGinnis, the Polk County Collector, is here. Debbie, thank you so much. Bolivar's very own Officer Toller, Brandon Toller, is here. We have Shannon Hancock, the presiding commissioner, is also here with us. Thank you. Vonna Jones, the county treasurer, is here as well. Thank you, Vonna, for being here, volunteering your time.
We are all like different jelly beans in the great glass jar of life.
Everyone has a gift inside, a gift that's precious and just right.
Every jelly bean has a place, whether red or brown or yellow.
Everyone's life is important, they say. Each has a right to grow.
To have healthy communities and a peaceful world.
We must find a way for jelly beans to be fully accepted for who they are. The purples, the oranges, and the green.
All our jelly beans have a right to know their potential for love and delight.
Every jelly bean needs to see that blue is not red, and yet both are light.
We invite you now to see the world from a different point of view.
To see it through another's eyes and thereby see it new.
Welcome to Bolivar.
So much, Mr. Owens. Thank everybody for being here. It's a delight. I'm the founder of the Jellybean Conspiracy, but I'm not the executive director. It's a national organization now, spreading the message of kindness around the country. And the current executive director is Dr. Terry Robinson, who's the superintendent of schools at Tipton High School in Missouri. It's great to be here at Bolivar, and I love the sense of fun that's going on here and the sense of festival. You've really got the right idea. I want to say a couple of things to you before the program starts, and then I'm going to invite Dr. Guerin to come up to receive a little award from the Jellybean Conspiracy Organization. But let me just say a couple of things about what's going to happen today. On his blog, your principal, Dr. Guerin, had 5 questions to ask of everybody in the school. A question that each person should ask themselves. Am I important to someone here? Do I belong here? Am I good at something here? Am I being listened to here? And am I making a difference here? And I think they're great questions. They're great questions to ask about people in Bolivar at the high school, and they're great questions to ask anybody in the world. All of us have a right to ask those questions. But let me say this as well. All of us have a right and a responsibility to be the answer to those questions. We all have a responsibility in life, in this life, to say or to ask, what can I do to help someone else feel important here in this school? I was born in a family in New Zealand where I had 7 siblings, 3 of whom were born with major, severe, degenerative disabilities. At the age of 1, they seemed normal, just like any happy kid. At the age of 3, we noticed big changes were happening. They had something called Hurler syndrome. At the age of 5, they began to lose their power of speech. At the age of 7, they began to fall and found themselves unable to walk. By the age of 10, all 3 of them were so unwell, they had to go to bed. And they stayed there until they died, and all 3 died by the age of 15. My siblings, came into the world, and I don't know why they were born that way, but I can tell you one thing. I do know that they brought precious gifts into the world, and it was our responsibility to find them. We did a jelly bean at Wellington, Kansas not very long ago, and a young man by the name of Jeff Pooler was invited to be a part of the Jellybean show, Jellybean Conspiracy Festival. And after the show was over, his mother wrote to us and said this, and I'm quoting directly now from what his mother said. "You have no idea how much Jellybean meant to Jeff. He has always wanted to be an actor on the stage, and he'd never had a chance before. You helped make his dream come true. He loved sharing his gift with everyone, and it changed his life." At the Jellybean Festival, which we're celebrating today, we celebrate two things. First, every life matters. Every life matters. The second thing is this. It is kindness that makes us most human and most divine. I'm going to tell you something now that I don't think you're going to believe. And I'm sure that when I say it, you'll say, there's no way in the world. I ask you if you will, to put aside your doubts, to just let this idea sink in, and maybe somewhere down the road in your life, you'll come back to this and remember it. Let me say it this way. The most important thing you can learn in high school is how to be kind. The most important, and listen to this one, I want you to think about it. The most important indicator of success in life is kindness. The most important indicator of success in life is kindness. There's a very ancient book of wisdom, 1,500 years old, that says this: kindness is the highest form of human wisdom. It is more important to be kind than to be right. It is more important to be kind than it is to be right. You want a definition of kindness? Kindness is becoming important to another human being, especially the one who is most likely to be left out. You want another definition of kindness? See what happens today at the Jellybean Festival. Thank you very much, and enjoy the festival.
And I'm doing a lip sync battle.
What's an interesting fact about yourself?
I can basically sing and dance.
My name is Latrema, I'm a senior, and I will be singing.
Awesome. And what is an interesting fact about yourself?
I like to hang out with my family. Hey, I'm Fakey, I'm a senior.
And what will you be doing?
I be dancing.
And what is an interesting fact about yourself?
Hi, my name is Trevor. I'm going to be lip singing sophomore.
And what's an interesting fact about yourself?
I like playing sports.
Hi, I'm David, and today I'm doing a magic show. And I'm a freshman.
And what's an interesting fact about yourself?
I'm still single.
Portrait while the other girls read you.
What is an interesting fact about yourself?
Well, I'm very flexible.
Something was blowing in the air, something far away was showing trouble in the sky. Coming closer was a sound that talked of the first one. Then we knew we'd have to race a raging, brave heart. Well, all at once the flame is seen a licking at the sky, and every heart is quickened and there's fear in every eye. It just went time to get away, for there's no place to hide. There is the river Platte, so it's deep and wide. What if I was made for you, and you were made for me? What if this is it? What if it's meant to be? What if I ain't wondering for just playing some game? What if I was born you close? What if I lean in under the stars under the bridge of your last first kiss? What if all of these days maybe I could change your name? What if I left all these worries away?
You Are Special by Max Lucado. The Wemmicks were small wooden people. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker named Eli. His workshop sat on a hill overlooking their village. Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses, others had large eyes. Some were tall and others were short. Some wore hats, others wore coats. But all were made by the same carver, and all lived in the village. And all day, every day, the Wemmicks did the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Each Wemmick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets, all over the city, people spent their days sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones, those with smooth wood and fine paint, always got stars. But if the wood was rough or the paint chipped, the Wemmicks gave dots. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still others knew big words or could sing pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Some Wemmicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good. It made them want to do something else and get another star. Others, though, could do little. They got dots.
Punchinello was one of those. He tried to jump high like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around him and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so the people would give him more dots. Then, when he would try to explain why he fell, he would say something silly, and the Wemmicks would give him more dots. After a while, he had so many dots that he didn't want to go outside. He was afraid he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat or step in the water. And then people would give him another dot. In fact, he had so many gray dots that some people would come up and give him one for no reason at all. He deserves lots of dots, the wooden people would agree with one another. He's not a good wooden person. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wemmick, he would say. The few times he went outside, he hung around other Wemmicks who had lots of dots. He felt better around them. One day, he met a Wemmick who was unlike any he'd ever met. She had no dots or stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers, it's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for having no dots, so they would run up and give her a star, but it would fall off too. Others would look down on her for having no stars, so they would give her a dot, but it wouldn't stay either.
way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone's marks. So he asked the stickerless Wemmick how she did it. It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli, the woodcarver. I sit in the workshop with him. Why? Why don't you find out for yourself? Go up the hill, he's there. And with that, the Wemmick who had no stickers turned and skipped away. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear, so Punchinello went home. He sat near a window and watched the wooden people as they scurried around giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself, and he decided to go see Eli. He walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill and stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tiptoes to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. I'm not staying here. And he turned to leave. Then he heard his name. Punchinello? The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. Punchinello, how good to see you. Come and let me have a look at you. Punchinello turned slowly and looked at the large bearded craftsman. You know my name? The little woman gasped. Of course I do. I made you. Eli stooped down and picked him up and set him on the bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at the gray dots. Looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard. Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what the other Wemmicks think. You don't? No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give stars or dots? They're Wemmicks just like you. What they think doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think. And I think you're pretty special.
Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump. My paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked at Punchinello, put his hands on those small wooden shoulders, and spoke very slowly. Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Every day I've been hoping you'd come, Eli explained. I came because I met someone who had no marks, said Punchinello. I know, she told me about you. Why don't the stickers stay on her? The maker spoke softly. Because she has decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them. What? The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less you care about their stickers. I'm not sure I understand. Eli smiled. You will, but it'll take time. You've got a lot of marks. For now, just come to see me every day, and let me remind you of how much I care. Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. Remember, Eli said as the Wemmick walked out the door, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. And when he did, a dot fell to the ground.
Wow. Wow. I'm shocked. Okay. Here it is. The judges have decided. We have group 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order that they performed. The grand prize, a little louder. The grand prize winner that these awesome judges came up with, awesome judges, is the answer I was hoping for. Every group is a winner. Every group is a winner. Every group. That's what I wanted. Judges, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you each for coming.
Hey, let's give them one more really big round of